Graeme, a great lead to take to Slovakia in 3 weeks' time. What did you make of that tonight?
Um, the boys did a good job. It was difficult conditions. The pitch was very, very slick. I thought they managed that really well. I thought they managed our opponent throughout the 90 minutes really well. Our only slight frustration, and it is only slight, is that we didn't punish them a little bit more. I think we could have been a little bit more clinical and put some chances away, because some of our play was really good. Some of our combination play in their final third was excellent, and we weren't clinical enough. The guys know that. They're a little bit frustrated by it, but I thought we were the better team over the piece.
After the 10-minute spell at the start, you really seemed to work them out, and afterwards, as you say, that some of the football you played was terrific.
Yeah, I was still a little bit frustrated at half time. I didn't think we were accessing the areas of the pitch we practiced. It sometimes happens with young and senior players that they get into the game and they kind of want to do what they want to do rather than actually look at the areas that we've talked about. And I thought once we accessed the other side of the pitch better, we kind of isolated opponents better. Although I thought in the first half, Kai Kennedy in particular was really good at seizing opportunities to drive into good spaces, and his combination with Dapo, his play in and around the box is very, very good. It's a very high standard, and I thought he played very, very well tonight. We just needed that extra touch at times because of the surface, and that kind of killed our combinations at times. But as I said, once we started to play with a little bit more fluency, a little bit greater understanding, I thought in the second half we showed a really, really good bit of control. The only nervousness for me was at the end was a set piece. I thought because they're a big side we could get done, but I thought defensively the guys were outstanding today. We put it on them a little bit, we questioned them about it, and I thought they handled the scenarios that we put to them really well today. So fair play to the kids. They stepped up, and they could be having an easier time in Slovakia, but it makes it interesting for the game. So I'm interested to see what mindset our guys bring.
And as you say, well, you'd have liked them to be more clinical. The 2 goals you did score were both excellent in their own right.
Yeah, they were, and they come from different aspects really. So the combination play, we get Kai in down the side of the box, which is an area that we like to access. It's a good shot, and we talked earlier, because the pitch is slick, the ball's going to come off the goalkeeper, we need to get in there. And a major gripe with our young centre forward Dapo is that he doesn't get in those areas enough, and he almost turned around a cheeky smile to the bench because he gets a tap in from 6 yards out, and I'm sure he'll be texting Jermaine Defoe later on tonight and thanking him, not the staff, so which is good. And the second one, again, it's something we've worked on in terms of set plays. I think we've been really good at them in this competition, and we get our reward from that. Another one, so it's fair play to the guys, as I said, but we go away thinking about what could have been rather than what we did do. And our challenge as coaches is to really reiterate the positives to the guys, because I thought for the piece they were really good tonight. And sometimes football doesn't give you that result, it doesn't give you the scoreline that you deserve. You just have to take it and move on.
How do you view the second leg from this point?
We're tuning up at half time. It's that simple. It's a massive cliche, it's really boring, but the guys need to know how to manage their energy. They need to know how to manage an opponent that's going to come for them a little bit more in a home leg. We're going to be in their stadium as well, so that's something else for them to manage. And we say to the guys, if we have good structure and good quality, and the guys demonstrate their understanding and their knowledge of their jobs, then they do their jobs, they're in with a great chance. So they've put themselves in a good position, not a great one, but a good position to progress through. And it's how we then manage that. We don't want to be a team that sits back too far, because I don't think that's where we're at our best. We need to get the balance right, and that'll be something we'll be reiterating to the guys, making sure we get the balance between having an attacking edge and making sure that our structure's correct and that we minimise their opportunities.
And just finally, today it was announced the Carling UEFA Cup tie against Wrexham's to be played at Ibrox next Saturday. Just give us your take on that.
It's brilliant for the kids, and we're thankful to the ground staff and to the manager as well for okaying it. We've said all along that having a crowd is the next step. I thought the crowd tonight were fantastic. There's a good atmosphere, there's music going all the way through, there's a drum going, and it heightens the guys' senses. So they have to deal with that emotional challenge, that mental challenge of dealing with a crowd, and hopefully we get one at Ibrox against another senior team. We keep on saying that we haven't won a game in this competition until this season, and they keep on matching the standards expected of them, and they keep on going up against the opponent against them and finding a way to beat them, to progress. Sometimes it's not pretty, but learning isn't. Our guys are learning, we're seeing development with them all the time. And I said to them, the last thing we said to them before we went out is, can you demonstrate your understanding, because that'll show the quality of our teaching. We think they've been taught quite well, they've retained really good information, and we're seeing growth in these young men. They're not perfect, we don't expect them to be perfect, and we expect them to grow from this experience. And I think guys on the outside, they might be seeing it as well.